Geeks in Malaysia.
Okay.
All right. I think we are live. We are live.
Are we live?
Hello!
Yes, we are live.
Hello and welcome, fellow geeks, to another edition of Geeks in Malaysia, recorded live on Facebook. Well, I mean, from our own homes. I'm Amelia Chen.
I am Nick Dorian.
I'm Carol Mbaha, and joining us today is Mr. Sashmar Onopriengo.
Woo! And if that wasn't
Hi,
enough of a
guys.
hit for you, we are going to be discussing Predator, the franchise
Yep.
Predator.
Because our mutual friend Samad said that you, sir, Mr. Sashmar, are a Predator-phile.
Okay.
That sounds worse
No,
than it
that's
actually
wrong.
is.
That is.
Yes, Sashmar wants to fuck predators.
No!
It's like the reverse show of To Catch a Predator is To Fuck a Predator.
Actually,
No, I'm not like a super fan of Predator, but I guess I always talk about Predator primarily because I always bitch about Predator ever since AVP came out.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
The first one.
We're gonna jump around, but I just rewatched AVP yesterday, and
Mhm.
whilst I was very disappointed when it first came out, rewatching it with no expectations, it's not terrible.
no,
It's not good.
really?
It's not good, but it's not
It's not-
terrible.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
the worst
I know.
thing in the world, but
Yeah, you're right. It's
I mean-
not terrible, but it's not good either. But
Yeah.
I was just so let down because ever since Predator 2, this is a fun fact. Predator 2 came out in 1990. The same year, Dark Horse Comics published the first Alien vs Predator. Right after the movie was screened worldwide
Okay.
because of the Easter egg of the alien
the skull.
skull.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
ever since that, right up to 2004, people have been begging the studios and just asking around about pleading for an AVP movie.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine the hype that she created. I mean, like Ridley Scott is the father of Aliens.
Yeah.
You cannot deny that. John McTiernan is the father of Predator, and it was it was two films that kicked off a huge extended universe franchise.
Yeah.
And which we had created a whole cult following to today. But Paul W.S. Anderson managed to destroy two franchises in a single film.
Dude, okay. Nick, you watched it for the very first time, AVP for the very first time.
me
No,
too.
And-
okay. No. This is not the first time I watched AVP. I watched
Okay.
AVP in the cinema, and I remember I had the shittiest of times because I can't remember the reason, but I sat like 3 rows from the screen,
Oh shit!
What is it with you and your cinema experiences, bro?
and all I remember is that it was awful. And considering at that time I hadn't watched any Predator or any Aliens yet, so this was actually my
What?
introduction.
That was your
to both
first
franchises.
introduction to both those guys?
And that made me want to watch the Alien and the Predator films because I'm like, it can't be that bad, right? And sure enough, it wasn't that bad.
See, this is what I mean. Paul W.S. Anderson single-handedly destroyed two major movie franchises in one film, especially for people like Nick.
I realized something whilst watching it, and this is fucked up. Okay, so Resident Evil came out before Alien versus Predator. Okay?
Yep.
And I reconfirmed this on IMDb. I might have to pull it out later just to get the facts straight. So, in Resident Evil, which I did not like, I don't enjoy the franchise at all. I don't know
You mean
why
the
it gets
first
so
one?
many
You don't
sequels.
like any movie, any Resident Evil at all?
I have not watched any of the sequels. After the
Mhm.
first movie, I was like, I don't feel like watching this. But
It's okay. You're
one
not missing on
scene that
anything.
Yeah, but one scene that everybody kind of remembers from the first one is the laser tunnel, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the actor who gets diced, Mila, you haven't seen Resident Evil?
I've
Yeah.
seen some Resident Evils. I don't know which one I've watched.
I have not
Okay.
seen Resident Evil.
And also,
So-
guys, just so you guys know, this is the first time I'm watching Predator.
We'll get to that. Oh, we
Yay!
got to get to that. So, okay.
Oh.
This actor, this dude over here, right? You
Yep.
all know him?
Yes.
Brooding British guy. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So he's the guy that in the tunnel, in the Resident Evil tunnel, gets like very coolly laser diced, and his bitch just goes, right?
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm watching AVP again, and the Predator puts a net on the exact same actor, and the net pulls in and splits him again. I'm like, is Paul W?
He waited. He waited that long to redo the thing again.
Why? To the same guy? Like, do you hate him that much?
No, I mean,
I mean,
Huh?
Oh, Amelia, go ahead, Amelia. Go ahead.
no, but it could be because the same SFX team, and then they hired the same guy, and then the guy was like, "Hey, just do that again, huh?"
It's not like it's a template you can keep using. It's not like an After Effects Instagram template.
I think Paul W.S. Anderson only knows one black actor.
Shit, he's the only black guy in AVP.
Yep.
Oh no, apart from the girl, apart from the main girl.
Yeah, the girl Lex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
she's
what? Oh, yes, go ahead.
no, it's okay.
No, rewatching it, I was like, you know what would make this movie work? If you recast that lead girl. I feel bad for saying it because, no one means to do a not great performance, but imagine this. Imagine the same script, preferably a different director. If you have the same director, fine, whatever. But Zoe Saldana playing that role.
Oh. Reboot.
You see what I'm
Yeah, that might
saying?
work.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I'm watching it and like the alien first pops up and is doing the mouth thing, the iconic thing that, and her reaction's like, and then later on the queen pops up and the queen's killing the other predator. Spoilers. And she's like, and I'm like, okay, I'll get it if it's CGI, but there was a real puppet in your face. And that was your reaction, like, Abu Den? Like, what the fuck was that?
So, although I do feel if it was Zoe Saldana playing that role, she would not go down sweet. Like she would be like more kick-ass, right?
She would
like,
be more, yeah. She'd be all, like, fuck you, Jake Sully, and like do some shit.
Yes.
I mean, Zoe Saldana. I mean, I can always imagine. I mean, I can imagine Zoe Saldana being there because she's done like some really kick-ass, high-octane action stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you have better choreographed, I don't know, shots and stunts, I think it could work.
As I was watching it,
question
when they
that I
finally
had,
released,
though,
go ahead.
the one question I had
Nick?
about
No.
AVP though is like, where does this fit into like
Timeline.
timeline?
So after Predator,
Okay.
right?
Not even
Is it a
talking like
separate timeline?
aliens. Let's talk Predator. Or is it like separate? Yeah, because
Predator.
that
Predator
one
2
point where they're talking about how like the Predators were, idolized by God as gods and stuff. So
in ancient times, in Mayan times.
Yeah. So
In
like,
Cambodian,
Predator,
ancient Egypt, and Mayan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Predator. The first Predator was 1987, and it was present. I mean, the whole premise of the story happened back then, 1987. Predator 2
is 10 years later. In
10
the
years later,
future.
1997. The future where everybody still dressed up horribly 90s, and I mean that's the reason for Predator to kill everyone, man. Come on.
Come on, you don't like the Jamaicans fighting the Predator.
I remember that.
Hold up.
AVP apparently takes place in the Predator timeline, which connects to Alien. The whole
You don't like the Rastafari in the
Jesus.
Predator.
King Willie in the
My
house.
God. I should have seen
Bomba
that one coming.
A lot of mercy.
But again, I think AVP, what the studios wanted was, because the studios actually literally wanted Predator sequel, but they opted for, since the comic book franchise and the book franchise, the novel franchise was huge, so they decided to, okay, you know what, put Predator on hold, put Alien on hold, and let's just see what we can come up with, we can do with AVP. So then the bidding started.
The what started?
The bidding
bidding.
started, like
bidding.
apart from Paul W.S. Anderson, there's like I think a bunch of them were invited to pitch an idea.
And they
Yeah.
bought Paul's one.
Yes. They bought the Canadian one.
Which was technically a
how we are
rip-off of
touching-
the AVP comic.
Yes, it is. Lex, that whole AVP comic, it is a ripoff of that comic. But see,
Yeah.
in the comic book, it had, I mean, the fights were more choreographed. The screenplay had
Of course.
a little bit more depth in it and stuff. It's just that this was like, it felt like as soon as the Yadra of the Predators discovered, like, oh shit, we lost our gun. We gotta go get our gun. It's not like the fucking Predators. They just you know what? Fuck this shit. Let's go in. And they went in, and everything started happening boom, boom.
That
boom,
wasn't the thing with the guns. The guns was
Yeah.
because it's part of the ritual. You know,
It
you're
is
supposed to
part of
go
the
in
ritual.
and you're supposed to grab the
Correct.
guns and then run
Yep.
through the maze. So they
Correct.
arrive. They're like, okay, we got to do our shit because that place is opening up again. And then the door starts closing, and they're all like, "Oi, Chibai, fuck!" And then they run in.
yeah. You know, it
I mean, they were
opened
like-
you-
Who are all these motherfuckers pressing the buttons?
I know.
No, they
I
know. They know the motherfuckers are pressing the button, because that's the thing, right? They figured out that, you know, the pulse comes and it lures humans there, because you need humans to be impregnated with the aliens. So the aliens can come out, and then but then these humans were just a bit too curious and a bit too not up with the game. So then no, they were not up with the programming. You know, they were not programmed to worship the Predators. So they were like,
you guys were supposed to lay down and take this shit in the mouth, not steal our weapons. I
what's
could
up?
just imagine one of the
You know,
Predators just
like-
going back to their manual book. You know, like going back to their manual book. Okay, step 2. Okay, you know what? We gotta do something. You guys think this is not in the brochure. What the fuck are you gonna do right now?
I'm sorry, but I could not stand Alien versus Predator so much so that I told myself, okay, I will watch the 4 Predator films first, and then watch AVP, and then AVP 2. I could not watch AVP Requiem. I couldn't do it after watching AVP. Did you
tried to
guys
watch
watch
them back
the
to
second
back?
one?
I watched it back to back.
I skimmed through it just before this recording because I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I was just skimming through it, and I was like, "Oh, is this where we're going? Okay, fine." You know, I was like, "This doesn't look the cinematography looks better," but apart from that, I'm like, "This doesn't look like it's gonna get any better."
No, it does not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like the character,
I
like
couldn't.
who survives in the end. I'm like, you let the dumb brother survive, but the dumb
Oh.
brother has sinned.
Spoilers,
The dumb brother
lady.
has done wrong. I'm like, no, he needs to die now.
Wait, the dumb brother, the pizza boy, survived?
Yes.
Yeah.
He can't do shit.
Huh?
Fucking
What?
pizza boy can't do shit.
Yeah, then, like, you know, like when his girlfriend accidentally gets killed by a predator, and then he just charges down the hallway trying to attack like the predators and aliens, and running away already, and then gets shing in the body by an alien. I'm like, like tai say lah, okay? You memang tai say lah, okay? You memang pai kia lah. You go and like go army and like, like he's not even firing at anything really. He's not even hitting anything.
But I think that the second one, because when it comes to what does AVP has to offer to the audience? It does not offer any good suspenseful moment. It does not offer any interesting action sequences. It does not, I mean.
Hey, come on. They
standpoint
had a
of-
face hugger in slow-mo.
It was scarier way back when Ridley Scott did that match cut shit.
Yes.
The face hugger in slow-mo looks really weird though. I mean, like,
Motherfucker
I
went all
don't know
John
if
Woo and
it's a
shit.
rendering problem. I know. It's like,
And the appendage
Oh,
coming
God.
out, I'm like, I do not need to see that appendage, bro.
and you know, I mean, everybody knew by the time the movie was coming out, because I definitely knew that it is a rip-off of the comic book, and most people will be like, okay, it's fine. Let's at least we get to see 3 new Predators, which is Scar, Celtic, and Chopper. But
They have
even-
names?
yeah, all
Yeah, they
Predators
all
are
have
named.
names.
I did not realize that. I forgot.
All the Yajuas
Was it in the
have
credits?
names. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They are.
Is
They are in the credits. Predators, Chopper, Celtic,
Wow.
and Scar. Scar is the guy who gave birth to the Predalien.
Ah.
Okay,
Oh,
you know that
he's the guy
one.
that
That one
survived, lah. The guy
xenomorph.
that survived.
The one that actually
Yeah.
has a decent looking helmet.
Yeah. Celtic
I
is
mean-
the guy who has that over like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that is Celtic.
And
And what
Chopper
do we
was
call
the
it?
guy with the big buggy
Chopper.
eyes.
Yes, Chopper died first. Celtic died second with the same
Celtic.
xenomorph before the xenomorph got crushed by the net. And by the way, there's a name for the xenomorph as well. It's called Grid.
Oh, the guy that got the
Yeah,
one that has the
xenomorph.
grid on his head.
Yep.
Oh,
The
that's
hero
an original
xenomorph.
name.
It's called Grid. Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
I got a question about AVP1 though, that I didn't
Okay.
see any point of the movie explaining, or maybe I went to the toilet or went to get a drink or something. There's a queen at the bottom of the fucking pyramid,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Question 1, who put her there? Question 2,
Predators?
was she there the whole time since the Mayans?
Yes.
And question 3, how has she not shriveled up and died after all this time?
Good question.
They freeze her. She was frozen because of there was the pyramid has a sort of like a built-in nuclear generator, which once activated will reactivate the whole mechanism, the lava flowing down that will unfreeze her and she will come alive.
Lava?
On
What
an-
lava?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a shot. There is a shot in AVP where as soon as you take out the gun, right, and everything goes like wobbly and stuff like
Wait,
that.
how do they keep lava in the Antarctic?
It's like 200.
Um,
It's like 2,000 meters underground.
I know. That's why it's a movie.
I know.
No, as in like,
I mean,
no, to me, like 2,000 meters underground or kilometers underground, meaning it's closer to the lava, like downstairs.
the core,
core.
the earth core, whatever. You
The
know.
mental, whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Hey, bro. No. Look, like, when all the fighting scenes where they're throwing throwing all the aliens around, the Predators throwing all the aliens around, destroying all the infrastructure, like the temple, I'm like, how is this temple been standing
There
all
are too
this
many
while?
beams. There are too many beams. And then to confuse you even more, things start shifting around. So how does the temple actually still stay in place? You see walls moving, my
doesn't
friend, like
make
walls
sense.
and floors moving,
Okay, tell you what, let's move on to the other movies. I think we can all
We have started
agree.
with one of the worst films
Yeah.
that's not even in the franchise.
No,
It's like-
I think
Can I say one thing about AVP 2?
sure.
Yes. go
AVP
ahead.
2. Okay.
Yes, but then you guys haven't seen the movie. So
Correct.
we all
It's
know.
okay.
You
Yes.
told us the ending already.
Yes.
Pizza
So I mean,
boy
so
lives.
so they escape in a chopper.
Of course they do.
But then right before they escape, an alien like hops onto the front of the windscreen, and then the girl, the mother, the army mother, like shoots it, and then it bleeds, and then it falls off. To which I'm going, it just bled all over the chopper. So how is the chopper still flying? But it's a movie.
I would
Didn't
like to
that-
think we can suspend our disbelief with the Alien versus franchise, Alien versus Predator franchise.
What are you talking about? In the first 5 minutes of the film, a face hugger bleeds on the dude's arm and it comes off.
I was like, Is it really? Is it really? Does it work that? Does it work that fast? Does it work that way? No. Although I really do want the Predator's glowing blue gel, the glowing blue
Why?
liquid.
Oh, the liquid that dissolves everything and
Yes!
okay.
That's
okay,
what happens when you open a glow stick.
No, that's not a glow stick. That's not a glow stick. Hey, by the way, Kai, did you know that in 1987? Fun fact: the Predator's blood after the whole shebang with Ani, that
the
is
glow
actually
stick.
liquid from glow sticks
Yes.
Yep.
mixed
Yes.
with KY
Easiest way
jelly.
to do it.
Surprised.
Mm-hmm. So
Totally not surprised.
AVP. I mean, I think that this guys that Paul W.S. Anderson and gang did not do their homework properly. You know, they just didn't do their homework properly. And one of the biggest problems I had with the first AVP, not that we're going back to the first AVP, was at the end it was just fleeing from the pyramid. The dude just took it out like a hand grenade and threw it. You know, why didn't you do that in the beginning to begin with? Like, oh shit. Hey,
Because-
did you find your plasma cannon? No? You know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
No, because that was the thing, right? When they established the legend, it's like if they cannot kill the queen, then they self-destruct themselves. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's this all running and saving yourself bullshit? Where's the honor in that? Not that I think they should have honor. We'll get to that when we start the
Okay.
Predator.
So same like
Okay, so-
Kai's point on the face hugger in the beginning of the film of AVP Requiem. You know, it's like it just doesn't make sense. I mean, you want to try to set something up, but you're not really setting anybody
Wait,
up.
why am I hearing a 20th Century Fox song?
Yeah. Who is that?
Is somebody playing Predator?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, you're watching Predator
Yeah,
whilst we're talking about
As we
Predator?
talk about it. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Meta.
This is Predators by Nimrod Antal.
Okay,
I've
before
watched
okay,
Predators more than 400 times.
hold up. Okay, before let's go back a bit chronologically. First off, Predator
Okay.
1, I think we can all agree, is an awesome movie. Correct?
I did not realize how much of a muscle fest it was, though.
Oh
It
yeah.
is quite the there is
It's,
no
it's
there is
very
very little
masculine. It's
Although because of the muscles, it brings me on to the next one. Because I hadn't rewatched Predator 2 in a long time. So rewatching it now, like I'd rewatched Predator before we even thought about doing this, like 2 weeks ago. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's still fresh in my head. So Predator 1's such a muscle fest, right? Like
Yeah.
they're all just
Macho,
ripped.
macho man.
I mean,
And
like
no matter what,
Barney's running around like half naked with like mud all over him. I'm like, okay,
Right?
bro. Okay.
So,
But any reason
you
for
see-
him to use his muscles? Like lifting
True,
the
but
car?
you-
yes.
but you see, like the Predator, you see all these muscular men fighting this one Predator, and it's fucking tough, right? So 10 years later, Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon decides he wants to be Riggs.
I
Right?
was like, it's the most mindfuck thing in the world. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, what? Why is
It was-
Danny Glover being so mean?
Aggro?
Yeah, he's like,
He's trying to
yeah,
be aggro.
motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you.
And it
But
just
it's like,
it doesn't I'm
it
sorry.
doesn't
it-
gel. It really
oh,
feels
thank
weird.
God. Okay, yeah. Like, I'm
No,
like,
it's true. It
I
fucking
cannot. I'm
feels
like,
strange.
what? But you
Because he's doing that, but
they-
he's still doing the Murtaugh, like, I'm climbing on this pipe now. Oh, I hate these heights. Oh, motherfucker. Oh,
I'm
goddamn.
getting too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
Meanwhile, he's being supported by, two
Dirty
Latinos
boy. Yeah.
and fucking,
Bill
what's his
Paxton.
name? Bill Paxton, who just can't shut the fuck up.
Oh my god,
throughout
Bill
the whole
Paxton.
movie.
what is his problem?
Oh Jesus.
But that's the thing that I don't get.
Wait,
I was like, how the
Wait,
fuck
wait,
did Danny Glover kill a predator with no plan? He's just like, I'm gonna get some guns. I'm gonna get this sucker. Oh, fuck this motherfucker. He don't kill my people. Oh, fuck him. I'm gonna grab this gun.
Jeez.
I'm gonna grab this gun. And that's it. I'm gonna kill him. And he does.
one question
Somehow.
I did have for Predator 2 is, were police stations really that chaotic in the 90s?
No, I mean, no, because like it's like
With hookers and stuff. You know, that was
Oh,
so
like,
good, man. I
What
just love
police
that.
station is this?
It
Oh,
looked
what?
like it looked like they watched RoboCop and they're like, that's how we should run a police station.
like it feels like we're on the way to escape to LA, escape from LA
Yeah.
or escape from New York, the kind
Yes,
of thing, It's
yes.
on the way to that. Like macam like crime's like, wait, crime was never this bad. Which crime? Which gang would
All the
actually like,
graffiti outside the police station. Like, what
which
the
gang
fuck happened
graffiti
here?
outside the what the fuck? And then like the right, I'm like, what? And then like
It
when it
almost, it
opened with
almost
the gang
feel
fight,
like
I was like,
it almost
Hmm?
feel like it's during MCO, so everywhere to queue up outside. So one person at a time can go in. But then when you walk
Is
in there,
that the
it's
future
just,
that
It's all packed as well.
I think that's how that is the furthest futuristic thinking that they could come up with. Like, dude, what about police stations in the future, man? Dude, it's packed with hookers and people are
Yeah.
taking their license and shit. And,
The computers can talk, but it's still CRT monitors. It's
oh
all
my
good.
god, that was like,
Yes. Oh my god, yes. Okay, wait. Okay, let's get
Text
back
was
to the first
green.
Predator. Wait, coming back to the first
Okay.
Predator, I want to hear Amelia's thoughts because this is the first time that you're watching Predator.
Mm.
So,
Yes.
what did you think about it?
okay, contentious, unpopular opinion now. I feel like Predator is like a B grade movie.
Yeah.
Actually, you're not wrong. You're not wrong
Yeah.
because Alien is also based on a B grade idea. They're all B grade ideas actually.
B
Yeah,
grade
yeah,
ideas,
that's right.
but executed pretty well.
Exactly.
You didn't think it was
exactly.
executed well?
I mean, for the time, yeah, sure, it's good. It's okay, pretty decent. I mean, like it's just Arnie running around, like
I don't know. As a filmmaker rewatching it, I really appreciated like, okay, I was taking the piss out of Predator 2, like, oh, I'm gonna get this gun, I'm gonna get this motherfucker, right? You notice like in the last act of the movie, it's practically silent
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah,
just Arnie versus the Predator.
The ambient sounds are all just
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
fucking dialogue. It's just a cat and mouse game
Yeah.
done purely with filmmaking. I
Yeah.
was like, this is some impressive shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
actually, that's what I really
that-
loved about the first Predator film that I watched it a long, long time ago. So watching it now, I'm like, this film is actually really suspenseful. You don't see the Predator until like 10 minutes until the end
Exactly.
of the film in its
Yeah.
full form. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this is actually really more suspenseful than some horror films in this day and age. I can imagine this was really scary for people back then.
Well, if you didn't know
Yeah.
what a fuck a Predator was, it would be.
Yeah.
Because the poster was just
Yeah.
Arnie looking ripped in a jungle.
The poster, yeah,
And
it was
the
like
amount
that.
of
with the
how
Mankini
much
vest.
ammo they have.
Oh,
Oh,
my god,
man, they fucking
Oh.
that fucking chain gun.
Oh.
What does that dude say? Put this some hair on your chest. It'll be like a goddamn Wolverine or some shit like that.
No, it was like, we'll put some hair in your balls. You'll be a sexual tyrannosaurus. Sexual
Yeah.
T-Rex. Yeah.
And then Shane Black's character in that film, who's just trying to tell the
Oh,
same
that was
joke.
The most beautiful
you-
Shane Black portrayal ever in his whole career. You know what? When he was supposed, I mean, his new Predator 2018 is coming out. I just hope to God that he would just put himself in the first 10 minutes of the movie and die again. At least that would be
Did you-
like, oh,
and pay his grandson.
Did you hear about the reasons? Did you hear about the reasons why he was cast in the movie?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Yeah,
called
I
in.
read about that.
He was called in to fix some dialogues and stuff, and
Yeah,
all the
but if
dialogues
we
that-
pay you as an actor, we can get the rewrites for free.
yes, you can get yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, but also wasn't he asked to be on the movie to keep an eye on the new director?
Hey, it's John
I
McTiernan.
don't
Wasn't he
know.
known by then?
John McTiernan. No, this is Predator is John McTiernan's second film.
So
like how Ridley Scott's
Wait,
Alien
was
was
this-
Ridley Scott's second feature.
Was this before or after Die Hard then?
before,
Before it was before Die Hard.
Oh snap!
yeah. So
Yeah. It was
that's the
before Die Hard.
other. That's the other rumor that I heard, that the studio was like, "Hey Shane, can you just stay on the movie so that you just keep an eye out on him, like just jaga him."
Wasn't Shane like in his mid-20s? Like
That tells
He
you
wrote
how
Lethal
much
Weapon.
they had in John McTiernan,
It's a
apparently.
rumor, lah, bro.
he just
Okay,
wrote
okay,
Lethal Weapon, and the studio goes, "Hey, you know what? You'd be a good fucking guy to keep an eye on someone. You fresh graduate."
Predator, the first movie. I mean, Predator was not the original. What should we call this? Title of the film. The film was actually literally throughout shooting was called Hunter.
Oh God, that's crap.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
Joel Silver.
That's very B
Joel
grade.
Silver changed it. Yeah, Joel
No,
Silver
no.
changed it because he was producing Predator, and Jean-Claude Van Damme was
Yep.
originally supposed to be
Yes.
the Predator.
Yes.
Predator, yes.
Yes.
But then
Until
they were
he
I
like,
came
remember
in, he came in. He's like, "This is ridiculous. I cannot work in this ridiculous outfit."
that.
Why does he sound
That
African?
accent.
The original Predator outfit was so horrible. Yes, that is it.
Yeah, there he
Yeah.
is.
There he is.
what the fuck is that?
Initially, Van Damme had got when he got the call, he was like, "Okay, great, I'm going to be in an action flick, fighting off with Arnold Schwarzenegger."
Yeah.
So he thought it would like really boost his career until they did some test shots. Him in the outfit, he goes like, "This is ridiculous. No."
And this is when he's invisible. This is what he looks
Yeah.
like.
Yep. That was the outfit.
That looks like a
He looks-
sunburned Ultraman.
It does. It does. No, and also like compared to Arnie and everybody else who's like all like Van Damme looks really small, right? Which is why they cast the other guy. Yeah, right. So that's
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Peter Kevin Hall, who played Predator in the first two films,
mm,
towards the end, I mean, the literally the second last shot of the Predator, where the old guy and in the choppa and the helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kevin Peter Hall, the helicopter
Yeah.
pilot, out the suit.
Ah.
They finally just told him, "Dude, man, let's just get your face in the film, so that everybody would know, and you can brag around that you
Yeah.
were in the damn suit." And another fact was James Cameron actually had a hand in the remake of the Predator mask, because James
Oh
Cameron
yeah.
was talking to Stan Winston and told Stan Winston, "You know what I really like to see? I like to see Hollywood monsters with mandibles." Boom.
was it
Did
James
some
Cameron?
initial sketches. James Cameron, yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then
So,
Stan
James
Winston
Cameron-
went, I always want to see a monster with dreadlocks. And then they teamed it together.
That is one thing I didn't understand about Predator. Like, why did he need to have dreadlocks? Was he
Apparently, according to the extended universe, some of the novels and stuff, it's not really hair; it's actually an appendage.
Mm.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
like
It's an
Twi'lek.
Okay, so
appendage.
moving on to Predator 2.
Okay. I had it's not terrible, but
It's
just-
unbelievable. It's bombastic. It's a bit unbelievable.
it is very bombastic.
Bombastic.
But it's like it is so like the
All
height
out,
of,
out there.
it's what an AT sequel is. Like, okay, let's
Yes.
put more, let's blow some shit up. Like that was the most nuts gang fight at the opening of the fucking movie. This is
I'm like, does that shit
mental.
happen in real life? Do they just lock down a whole street and let them while they're fighting? And like, do gang fights work like that?
Probably
And
not
then-
in LA.
Right?
Maybe in New York. Definitely, probably, maybe. I'm sorry, Detroit. So you know, I'm like,
It was
LA.
kind of mental. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's so many things in the second Predator which are just over the top for the sake of it and unrequired, and then other things that don't make sense. Like when the Predator's invisible, why is his spear visible? Remember that when he's killing all
his
the
combi stick, the spear. Yeah.
yeah. When he's killing all the Rastas, like his spear, everyone can see the spear being held by an invisible thing. Like, what was that about?
Like it's
I mean, according
You want to know?
again,
Okay, you want to know why the spear is?
Because then when he
invisible?
runs around, wouldn't you just see this mini spear just hanging off like an invisible thing going around everywhere?
No,
Yeah.
it's because the spear it doesn't disappear.
oh my god!
I got that.
Oh my
I got that. I still got that. The spear does not disappear.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all night.
Are you frozen?
Sai, are you frozen?
A broken side brain.
Oh my god!
And you notice all the guns have weird appendages on the guns?
What do you mean?
Like, that's the first thing I noticed. Like, why is everyone's laser sights just everywhere
Yeah.
in really inappropriate areas of the gun, just to make it look futuristic and cool? Because 1997, shit's gonna get real.
I think Joel Silver just got off of Die Hard being a huge hit, and I think this was actually the starting of his career, whereby he just wanted to exaggerate everything, like boom, boom.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
The movie's
I
fucking
think- okay.
loud. And why is Gary? Okay,
And they,
who cast Gary
Busey, yes.
Busey as a
Joel
scientist?
Silver casted Gary Busey and Danny Glover because Joel Silver produced Lethal Weapon.
As a scientist, though.
Yes, Gary Busey. Why not?
I couldn't take
Someone
Gary
that
Busey
looks like
seriously.
that does not fucking graduate from Caltech or where the fuck he came from. It just makes no sense.
He looks like the super of the university.
Oh my
See.
god.
So now moving on to like the third film, which is Predators, because they wanted
With
to be
a-
like aliens and aliens.
I dig that movie. The only thing I don't dig about that movie is why is Adrian Brody gotta sound like this?
Because he's
Adrian
just-
Brody didn't get to be casted as Batman.
I gotta remind people that I wasn't in the piano. I'm Adrian Brody.
pianist. The pianist.
pianist.
Whichever.
The piano is entirely from movie. Yeah,
I dug the movie.
He kept it up the whole movie. It was weird.
he's
I like this.
consider me
I'm
for Batman.
sorry. I couldn't buy Topher Grace spoilers at the end to be a villain.
Why?
Like,
Oh,
As a
I
serial
thought,
killer, I thought it was a
Who's
nice
a-
touch. I thought that
I
was
thought it was
cool.
a great touch. I enjoyed that.
It
I
just
was
gave
like,
me strong Venom vibes all over again. Like Topher Grace cannot be evil. He just cannot be evil. It's just weird.
I thought it was because the whole time you're like, what the fuck is 70s show doing here? He's not tough. And then he starts doing weird, freaky shit.
And I was
buy it.
upset that Danny Trejo died like half an
Okay,
hour in.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I was
Oh,
upset.
and-
I was upset about that man. He shouldn't have died so quick. Why don't
And
they just
also,
kill a
I
Russian dude first?
yeah, what? Yeah, Russian dude. And also off screen. How can you kill Danny Trejo off screen?
I
He deserves
know.
on
Like,
screen
we-
death.
I
I'm
know.
like, no, why didn't like like you said, maybe the Russian guy or someone else died first. Danny Trejo.
Would you have been okay if mysterious Yakuza died before Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
No, I think
No,
the Yakuza
no,
guy. The Yakuza guy is quite cool. I
Yeah,
like
right?
the
The
character.
Yakuza
I mean,
guy when
he
he
has depth,
fought with the
he's quiet.
Predator. Oh, that was like the best.
Yeah.
Samurai.
And the characters for the Predator, the three Predators are actually a different Predator species. They are the super Predators. That's why they're bigger than the one that's on the totem. There's Berserker, which is AKA Mr. Black, the guy that Royce kills at the end. There is Falconer, the dude with the falcon, with the thing flying around. And the one that blows the whistle is the other Predator with the two tusks attached to his face mask, which is he's called Tracker. So
What are the names
I
of the
think
dogs?
Hellhounds, Predator Hellhounds.
Oh, they don't have individual names?
No,
Like this is Spot.
it's not.
This is Dusty. This is.
It's not Moochie. It's not. It's a good dog. It's a good dog.
Because it's because we
What
haven't,
dog
we
is
haven't
a boo-boo? Dog is a boo-boo.
sebab kita belum sampai the Predator yet.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? The Predator.
Oh.
I stopped referring that movie as the Predator. I start calling it Iron Man 3.2.25.
Why?
Rev 7. Speaking of the Predator, Samad has a question for you regarding the Predator.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
The
wow.
questions were
On our
Petra.
screen
In
now.
the opening scene of James Black's The Predator, the Predator arrived on Earth to help humans, but he ended up killing humans immediately when he arrived anyway. So my question is, did he think he landed on the wrong planet, or was he born a moron? Well, that's a very good question, Samad. I wanna actually, I'll email Shane Black on this, man. Like, what?
Wow.
Dude, was this a rewrite on the set? I don't know. There's a lot of holes in the story of the Predator, because Shane Black stood behind this one press conference. He said that he was actually offered to do a new trilogy on Predator.
And then
That's why the fugitive Predator came onto Earth. He was a gift for human beings, the Predator killer suit for humans, because he was trying to he wants human beings to protect themselves from an imminent threat, a Predator invasion on planet Earth.
Which is actually not like the only reason I know about this threat and imminent threat is because I read the synopsis before I watched the movie for some unknown reason, or while I was watching the movie, because that's what I do sometimes. Because it's not very clear. Actually,
It's not clear at all.
actually,
No.
actually, to be fair, a lot of things in the Predator franchise is not very clear in the movies.
oh no, but especially that last one though. Like at least because with the first Predator, you were never really taken to the point of view of the Predator, so you're just kind of stuck with these soldiers. Like, what the fuck is this killing us?
Yeah, the POV, the
Yeah.
story,
Yeah,
see, that's what I find fascinating with Predator 1 and 2. Because Predator 1, the audience know what the soldiers know. And in Predator 2, because Predator 1 has already set up that
Yes.
whole thing, so
Yes.
it's
So
the
the
whole...
audience knows what Gary Busey knows.
Yes, not
Yes.
what
We are all
not what
Gary
Detective
Busey.
Murtaugh knows. See, this is why Detective Martin Riggs should have been there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I
Again
would
with
love
that
to
one,
see
like
Lethal Weapon 5 Predator.
Little Weapon 5 Predator. Little Predator Weapon. Predator Little Weapon. I don't know.
Yes.
Little Weapon Predator the Return.
I was really bugged by the Predator because like I really like the cast.
I
You
know.
know, like,
Yeah.
I
the
know.
dude from Narco, and then you have Keegan-Michael Key, and then Thomas Jane, who doesn't get enough work these days. Like, I like
Yes.
this fucking cast, man.
I know. I mean,
Yeah,
I
and
really,
William K. Brown.
Thomas Jane, his Tourette's sort of went away after a while. Like it started off
I mean, they,
like
I mean,
really
they did
intense,
go-
and then after a while it just went disappeared.
no. They did go. He kind of have Tourette's. They kind of like insinuated they couldn't just play it away. Like maybe he doesn't really have Tourette's. It's fine. But like but no. But I like the cast. I like the characters that they created. I was
cast
like,
was
oh,
fun.
people I can get behind all the underdogs. You know, I'm like,
and
yeah, man. Like,
Olivia
Munn.
Munn.
Moon.
Moon.
Yeah.
Munn.
Man.
Munn.
Man,
Man.
man.
Olivia Munn. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a soundbite for the end of the year. That is a fucking soundbite for the end of the year.
Yep. Yeah, end of year special. Man.
Man.
But yeah. I mean, I was
Monday.
like,
The story was a bit hit and miss, but the cast of characters was great. Whoever wrote these
Yeah.
characters, it was really good. And I love the bro shit between Keegan-Michael Key and Thomas Jane.
yes.
Especially that last bit when they shot each other. I'm like, oh,
Oh my god. I'm like the feels, man. The feels.
Yep.
The feels.
Yep.
But when it finally ends and there's the fucking robo suit, I'm like, are you for real, motherfuckers? Are y'all for real? For reals, for real?
the Predator killer. I'm like,
Seriously, right until the very end.
The Predator was Tony Stark all along.
That's why it's called. It should be called Iron Man 3.2.5.
no,
Because
but
in Iron Man, Tony Stark had a kid. In Predator, that kid is a kid as well, and it's Iron Man suit, and it's we might see, ladies and gentlemen, we might see a crossover between Dark Horse Comics and Marvel. Who knows?
Well, they've already done it with
I
DC
would like to see.
because Batman versus Predator is a fucking sick comic.
Dude.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I heard
If you
about that.
like
Yeah,
Batman versus Predator, there's a comic book miniseries, Batman versus Predator, and there's also a fan made, I think back in
Oh, yeah.
2012.
I was gonna
called
get to the short
Batman
film.
Dead End. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna get to the short
Oh
film,
shit!
but,
I remember this.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember this.
but I didn't
I mean-
realize. Like, I looked up the credits on the comic, and I didn't realize like it was some pedigree fucking working on it. You had Dave Gibbons writing, right? Who drew fucking Watchmen, and Andy Kubert drawing, who drew 1602. I'm like, whoa, this is fucking sick. Holy shit. Why did I give away my only issue to a cousin?
Oh,
Bro!
damn.
Mm,
But yeah, I
should
mean,
have kept
like,
that shit.
that's
The other
one
good comic
topic that
book.
we shouldn't miss out
okay.
on the Predator, the Predator is Sterling K. Brown. Sterling K. Brown works so well as a villain.
I know. Sterling K. Brown was very well. Works very well. See, I think Shane Black wrote characters. He didn't write the story for some strange reason. He just wrote characters. All right, Keegan, you get in the bus with them. You know, and I felt like that. I mean, I felt like, wait a minute, wasn't this about the dude, the Predator, the Yatra that came to Earth? And no, it's no longer about that anymore because there's a kid and there's a mom, and then you know, it's just characters. It's like Seinfeld. a day in the life of characters so happen to be in Predator.
And the Predator is Kramer.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, no, but getting back to the ending, you know, until that last moment, right before like they actually like they revealed the thing floating out of the thing, I was like, please don't tell me it's a xenomorph. Please don't tell me it's a xenomorph.
I was hoping it'd be a xenomorph.
Right? Like I was like, then
Instead, it's
what is
like,
that?
oh, check it out. We got you a suit. What we do? Thanks, motherfucker. You couldn't have sent this in 1987. Or you know, when the fucking Antarctic was heating up again, like you couldn't have sent it then.
No, a part of me was like, wait, were you not trying to stop us from making ourselves extinct? Shouldn't it be like a Genesis thing to regenerate the Earth kind of bullshit? Why is it like a Predator fighting suit?
See, it goes. See, the idea that planet Earth is facing an imminent threat goes against the Yajua folklore, the Yajua tradition, or even the Predator culture itself, because their whole culture is actually based around hunting.
Right. Yeah.
Just hunting for spots, hunting for honor. They're very territorial, so on and so forth, all that stuff. Why the hell would they want to come and suddenly invade a planet? They don't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe because they, you know, after they met Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover and you know, all these dudes, they're like, hey man, that Adrian Brody dude was pretty badass. We should let them sort this shit out. We have newfound respect for these people. They're not like the Mayans anymore.
No, because what they did kind of mention in the Predator, which again they don't really follow through. What they kind of did mention in the Predator was that they've been coming very often because they sense that our Earth is going to implode, and so they're just going to reap up all our genetic material before we all die out.
Which movie did they say that?
No, it is in the movie when Olivia Munn went to Skygazer, right?
Yes.
To that facility, right? They did mention that. They mentioned that, we've been tracking them because Project Skygazer is again tying with Predator 2, what Gary Busey was doing. That's why Jake Busey was there. You know, it's like MTV Cribs meets 20th Century Fox for some strange reason. and then like they did mention that, but again, it just, I mean, from the point of view of human beings, then that's fine. But you are watching it because it's the Predator.
Yeah.
That storyline does not work for the Predator. It could work for Prometheus 2.7 point half. I don't know, you know, but not Predator, you know. So it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Even if he did, I mean, I don't know if 20th Century Fox now or Disney for that matter would want to say,
Disney.
okay, you know what, Shane Black, let's do your version of the second and the third part, and let's see where this goes. I don't know. Maybe by the time we reach the third installment, we might see Predator in the Star Wars universe for some strange reason.
Cool. because we'll have the Mandalorian fighting a Predator. That'll work.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. I would definitely watch the Mandalorian fighting Predator. Definitely.
Right?
Or somehow
While
the
Baby
origin
Yoda
story of
watches
Boba
on.
Fett. Yeah.
Okay, so you brought
Yeah.
up earlier the short film, which is called Batman Dead End, which I hope is on
Yeah.
YouTube already,
It is.
where it's Batman versus Joker versus Alien versus Predator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I
it is
remember that. Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
it's so good. And it was what,
Yes.
2000s? Early 2000s?
2012. I
and it
think.
was
That's it.
really
No
good looking
CG.
for like
Yeah.
Yeah.
No CG, just straight up
Practical?
suits. Woo!
Yep.
It's badass.
I like me some
Badass.
practical effects, honey.
It was
Yeah.
like a
Great.
showreel to show their practical effects skills, and they show their practical effects.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like you're pitching an idea. It's like, hey, what about this? You know? Yeah.
And it works better than any of the AVPs.
You know
Oh,
that,
God, yeah.
that short film prompted, they had a huge fan following, prompted
Mhm.
NECA toy makers to actually make Big Red, the Predator
Oh,
is
they
in
made
red
it?
with two katanas. Yeah, they have a Big Red doll.
Ooh, nice. Awesome.
NECA toys.
Yeah, Amelia, you should check it out. It's a very
Wow.
cool short film. Very
Mm.
cool short film.
Yeah, I've been catching up on the whole
Okay,
like
so
aliens and predators things.
I still haven't seen the Prometheus
So while
2,
we
whatever
were
the fuck it's
talking-
called.
Prometheus too. I haven't seen
Prometheus
that
too.
yet.
Sorry, Nick,
Yeah.
whilst we were talking, what? I
yeah,
don't see any comments.
while we were talking, I was looking at I was looking for like what other crossovers has Predator done, because I'm sure there's a bunch of crossovers done in the comics and
Mhm.
stuff. Did you know there was I'm trying to say Archie versus Predator?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yes.
Archie versus Predator. There's
Fair enough.
Dutch. Yeah.
Look, if
Predator
Archie
versus
could face
Riverdale.
if Archie could face the Punisher, Archie can face Predator.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
What
Archie
now?
faced the Predator.
Yeah, Archie
The Predator
Punisher.
came to kill someone in
Punish?
Riverdale.
Yeah, Rivendell. Yeah.
The Punisher came to Riverdale?
Yes.
There's one really good crossover miniseries. It's Predator, Aliens, Witchblade, and Darkness. In
Oh,
that
yes.
miniseries,
Yes.
you see Sister Midnight, a female Predator.
I was gonna ask
Oh.
you about that. So there are so all the predators we've seen
They
so
are
far,
female Yajos. Yes,
but the ones that we've seen so far are all male, right? In the movies.
are all males. In the cinematic universe, they're all males.
Okay.
Because
Which is something I wanted to get to.
Mhm.
So very recently, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's coming out on the 24th on
The
PS4.
video game?
The new Predator
Predator
Hunting
Hunting
Ground
Ground.
video game, where you can play as either the humans or the Predator, and there's a female Predator.
yes,
I
Hunting
saw the
Ground,
trailer
April
for that.
24th.
It
There's,
looks
there's
pretty
female
fit.
Predators.
April 24th. It's a multiplayer game. You are the humans, and if you're playing the humans, you actually have small little tasks and quests to fulfill. Like, you know how in Predator, the first Predator movie, they were supposed to go rescue. It's a rescue op and so on and so forth. But if you're
Yeah.
playing a Predator,
Supposed
you
to.
yeah, exactly. So, if you're playing a Predator, you can customize the Predator. There are shit tons of Predators for you to customize. And yes, they are introducing female Predators for the first time.
Nice.
The trailer
It's
looked dope.
already
Is it
out
only
on,
PS4 or
Epic? No, it's on PC as well under Epic
Yes.
Games. It's already
Yeah.
out on PC, but PS4 is on the 24th of April.
Yes.
There's actually one thing that whilst we were watching Predator, because we've also been watching Arrested Development. So
That's
so
a weird
every
thing.
time Carl Weathers is in Predator, and like we're getting into the movie, and then I'll just like slide over to Eva and be like, you take that home and you put in some hot water, you got yourself a stew.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'll totally just take her out of the fucking film to be like, shut the fuck up.
But I do have to say though, like Predator, the very first film, it's a fucking decent film, to be honest with you. Like for what
Right.
it is at that time, it's really decent.
It's very tight. Like watching it and looking at the script and everything, like this is a tight fucking script for
Yep.
what is essentially a B grade concept.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's a very
exactly.
tight script. All the characters, you you are familiar with. You don't
Yeah.
feel like you don't know anyone or you don't care about anyone.
Yeah.
They're
Whereas
very well
in-
written. The characters all,
Yeah.
they're the own.
Whereas like AVP, the second I saw Spud from Train Spotting, I'm like, that motherfucker's gonna die.
Yeah,
Yep.
you don't have. I feel for the black guy who died in Resident Evil and AVP 2, but I honestly think that he's the only guy on Paul W.S. Anderson's phone. It was like, hey. Because if
Hey,
Paul
you're the
W.S.
dragon?
Anderson knew him during Mortal Kombat, he'll definitely be in Mortal Kombat as well.
Oh my god.
Oh, what was the name of the dude in Mortal Kombat with the metal arms? Fucking
Kano.
Jax.
Oh,
Jax.
Jax. Yeah, Jax.
Yes. Yeah, no,
He
Kane
knew a
was
different black guy
Australian.
back then. Nah, no. I mean, he knew a different black guy back then. He wished he knew this guy.
Wait, were there any black guys in Mortal Kombat 1?
No,
No,
Mortal Kombat 1, no. Hey, wait, hold on.
No.
No.
We're talking about the game or the film?
The film and the game.
The
The game
film
didn't have
got-
any black guys.
There's
game did have-
Sonya Blade's partner who died.
Oh,
That's a black guy.
but that wasn't Jax, right?
No, that's not
that was
Jax.
Jax.
No,
Yeah, that's not
that's not
Jax.
Jax. Yeah.
Okay, we have another question from someone, specifically for Amelia.
What?
Would you like to read it out?
What? I
Yes.
don't understand. What?
Read it. Read it.
Describe everything in the Predator.
Read it
the
out.
autistic kid. I am reading it out. Shut
Oh,
up.
okay.
The autistic kid murdered some other kids with the plasma cannon. How did this affect the kid's character development for the Predator 2? What? How would this? I don't know. I'm not writing the movie. Why don't you write the movie and you find out?
Come on, you get your timelines right. This is not Prometheus and Alien Covenant. There's no David.
Only someone will.
Hey,
man.
But bro, that was like the most like whoa, a bit like the whoa. Wait, okay then. That moment.
Are they gonna continue with the Predator franchise?
No,
After
at the moment it's on a hold. But there were rumors back in
TV
2019 that because of Shane Black's Predator, they might follow up with another AVP.
No more AVPs, please. No more AVPs.
No.
I don't want
Can
another
we?
AVP.
Can they do
Oh, come on.
more Predator?
I would like them to. I would like them to try and get AVP right just once. Just get it right once. You know. Are you
Prakash
okay?
Daniel.
That is great from that.
Basically, the plasma.
gone.
A comment from Prakash Daniel, a local comedian. Basically, the plasma got autism. Yes.
Why did you have to say it in the Indian accent?
Because everything
I
else is
say-
funny in Indian accent.
I say give Michael Bay the Predator franchise.
Oh.
Well, you know what? At
So
least
then the Predator stands up and you get the rolling Michael Bay shot. Predator
No,
gets up
you know
and
what? Michael Bay will not do it. I don't think Michael Bay will do it.
Really?
I don't think Michael Bay will do it because of the budget has always been low though on the Predator movies.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the budget has always been
Jordan
low.
Peele.
Ooh.
Oh.
Did
Now
you
that's
guys see
an
the
idea.
trailer for Candyman? Did you see the trailer
Oh
for
yeah,
Candyman?
man!
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting
Oh,
for
yes.
Candyman. I'm waiting
Candyman
for
looks
Candyman.
dope.
No, I will now say like, oh, I scared lah. Then I'm like, but then from what I've been watching for the past few weeks, I've just been watching horror movies. It's like, are you really scared of horror movies, Amelia?
Yeah, like Amelia messaged me the other day, told me that she watched Midsummer, and I'm like,
Midsommar.
Midsummer. Sorry, Midsummer. Give me.
Hey, Midsommar is nice. I like Midsommar. I like.
Oh my
Midsommar.
god, it's
I
so
really
beautiful.
like
I
that.
love it.
I'm sorry, I cannot. Have either of you watched Hereditary?
No.
Yes, I have. I have watched it like 10 times.
Sorry.
I just
But compared to Hereditary, I know I'm not supposed to compare it, but compared to that, Midsommar had so much unanswered questions for me. Like so many unanswered
Yeah.
questions, so many like
Welcome to
unnecessary
Scandinavia.
it's
my
getting. I mean, he's writing things on a larger scale, and it's getting more vague.
I feel like because of Hereditary, he felt like he needed to up the stakes, and it fell flat.
Yeah.
Like people were expecting him to make another Hereditary, but you can't. You cannot make another Hereditary. You cannot
see,
use
you
that
know,
same formula.
I think he's also a filmmaker because he plays with the same themes though.
really?
Depression, depression,
Oh, yeah.
alienation.
I
Yeah,
read
so
about
from
that.
Hereditary to Midsommar. So it's just that I think Midsommar is a little bit more in your face. It's like he punches you in the beginning of the film and
Yeah.
then pulls you in. Like, hey, look, we're in
Yeah.
Sweden. Wow, the landscape is beautiful. Oh, somebody's
Everything is so
falling off the
beautiful.
cliff.
Everything is so
Hurdy-gurdy,
Somebody's
beautiful.
falling
baby.
off the cliff.
The imagery was disturbing as fuck. I
It's
praise him for that. The imagery in this film is, oh my god. But story wise, nah.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, but then I've always been more of a visual, like, you give me a visual feast and you like want the better for me, already lah. That's why like I
And
really
it
like,
is.
yeah, and it's
Okay, I mean, like,
beautiful.
coming back to Predator, when
Thanks, Prakash.
Prakash Daniel
do
again.
you when you do enough shrooms, all those questions will be answered, Nick.
Maybe that's what I
Wow,
should have done. Or maybe I
that
should
is
have done
so
that.
true. The amount of
Prakash, I have one thing to say, Prakash. I don't have any online delivery for shrooms now, MCO, so cannot. Midsommar was the best breakup movie ever. That's why you're a comedian, my friend. That's why you're a comedian.
yes, yes, yeah. Because some people go like, I'm like everyone's going like, I don't understand what this movie is about. It's either like the worst movie ever or the best breakup movie ever.
Sorry,
I was so
forgot,
happy
like,
to see that actor.
the first comment
Just-
that we got, I never got to show it. Hibernating Bear was the first comment of the day, of the night. And it was get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Okay.
And let's
Okay.
get back to the Predator. That's a good segue. Get back to Predator. I like that though, that the little bit in when they were on the bus in the Predator, where they were like, "We need to get to the chopper," and I'm like, okay.
I know, right? I am a champ
We got to the bikes.
throwback.
No,
sikit
so many
lah.
times, like even in AVP, you're one ugly mother. Ooh, you can't say that because we're trying to go PG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
PG. I mean, like, I think that's
And
why
then the
it failed
Predator,
for
where
me.
it's like, "You're one beautiful motherfucker."
Fun fact, back in 1987, The Predator, you know that scene where, I mean, the first time we hear him saying, "Get to the chopper."
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a reaction shot of him on the ground telling the woman, the character's name is Anna, "Get to the chopper." Okay, that and her reaction shot took more than about like 10 takes because of Arnie's thick accent. She couldn't be serious for the role. Literally.
No, but okay,
Oh,
yeah.
poor thing.
And you know what? I want to talk about this because like when I watched it, I was like, where is Arnie's accent? Actually, I didn't really. It's either I'm too used to Arnold Schwarzenegger or like macam like. It's
Okay,
like,
go
why
watch of all of Arnie's older films. Now you're so used to Arnie's accent. Watch Running Man, watch Total Recall. You like, oh,
Watch
yeah, he
Kindergarten
was
Cop.
beautiful. Do you remember? Did you watch Kindergarten Cop when it came out in the cinemas? Did you see the original trailer?
No. Saw the
No.
trailer.
Oh, you didn't
yes.
see. You didn't see the original trailer. No,
I
you
saw
know
the trailer,
no.
yeah.
Was it Kindergarten Cop or Jingle All the Way? Where it's just Arnie and the trailer goes like he fought the Terminators. He won against the Predator. Now he's facing his biggest trial ever.
That's the
I think
kindergarten
it's
cop.
Kindergarten
one.
Cop.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the kindergarten
Yeah.
cop one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was brilliant. That was like a marketing genius. Like that, they didn't say anything about the film. Look, the title says it all. It's Kindergarten Cop. What else you want?
Still hated the movie.
Yeah.
Still hated the movie. It's not a tumor.
No, but he did Terminator before he did this, right?
Oh yes. Wait. Oh,
Okay.
before Predator.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
Predator.
No.
Predator was
Predator
before
first.
Terminator, right?
So
Yeah.
why does
Yeah.
why does
No.
why is accent is thicker in Terminator than this one?
Oh no, he did Terminator first. He did Terminator after Conan.
After Conan. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Because I was
Okay.
like,
I mean, Conan. We can forgive him for that because it's Conan and he's a barbarian, so
Yes.
it's fine.
Ancient
They-
times.
They can't speak proper English, anyways. Okay.
this.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
final thoughts. I mean, I would love to. Okay, the Predator. Forget about the story. Forget about entertainment wise. When you walk into the cinema, you watch it from the beginning to the end. How entertained were you?
I have an issue with the Predator.
Mhm.
But then you
Mhm.
say, okay, so I know they're hunters, right?
Mhm.
But they don't really hunt fair, do they?
I mean, do
Well-
hunters in the safari hunt fair?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's also the question, right? Like, but then like macam them imba, right? They are fast, they're already faster, they're already stronger, they're already bigger, and then they're invisible some more. I'm like, then
That's why you have AVP. The xenomorphs are supposedly to be the most toughest prey to hunt in the universe, the known universe. So human beings are not, like okay lah, target practice lah,
so basically we're like rabbits. We're like rabbits or deers.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if I were to go in, Kai, you doing all right with your speakers, your headphones?
You're like going like what?
Something, it keeps going in and out. I was like, is it the stream? Or I think it's my headphones out of batteries. Hold up. Keep talking.
Okay.
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 But if I were to go in watching, because I didn't watch this in the cinema, but I mean, it's an entertaining ride. It's just like, it's not the greatest story, but I'm heavily entertained with the characters. Like, that kept me drawn in, the character arcs and everything.
I mean,
Like,
Yeah,
when they first get like Olivia Munn into the motel, and then
Mhm.
one of them's making like the unicorn and like giving them a cup of coffee. Like it's really sweet.
I think exactly. I mean, I felt like this would be a way better standalone Shane Black film without the Predator. Then he happened to have this script, and he happened to have a pitch for the Predator. Or why don't I put all these characters in there? Why don't I put this and that stuff? Because I mean, nothing against Shane Black, except for the Predator, obviously, but.
Because I love everything he's done until Predator.
Until
I mean,
Predator.
like, his other films, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and so on and so forth. I mean, I did have some anticipation, some hope. Oh, you know what? Why don't you give the guy who came in to help write and finish the original Predator script? Maybe he's got something new to offer for to the franchise. But then,
and even for like it is like a big franchise, but he just did he did Iron Man 3 and it was great. So what the fuck?
Don't know.
guys, since
Prakash
you all
has another
mentioned
comment?
Conan, what are your thoughts about Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren as He-Man? Hey, he the man, okay? He the man of the universe. Your universe.
Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie.
That movie was my childhood movie, man. It was He-Man Masters of the Universe next to Never-Ending Story.
In which bit of the cartoon did Orko fucking grab a flute and play that shit to save the world? What the fuck was that?
Wait, what? Okay, it's been a long. I'm not even sure if I watched this movie. It's been a long time.
Orko goes with Courtney Cox. Was it Courtney Cox? Yeah, Courtney Cox, right? Yeah.
Connie
So
Cox, yeah, it is Connie Cox. It is Connie Cox.
Orko goes with Monica from Friends to a music store to fucking play a flute or some shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And Prakash agrees. And Prakash Daniel agrees. Ah!
That shit. God damn. That's not my He-Man. My He-Man wears white. He wears white underpants as Adam and furry underpants as He-Man. He rides a motherfucking tiger, and he somehow never can kill a skeleton, which is weird. But it's cool. We accept it, even though he's got a big ass sword, but he just can't seem to break a skeleton. It's okay because we want more episodes. But whatever.
I mean, what is not your He-Man is somebody else's She-Man, I guess.
Wait, was it Gwildo or Orko? I can't remember. That movie sucked.
Guldo.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't do Orko because that's too much money. Because they couldn't even set the whole movie in Eternia because it's too much money. So you know what? We'll get He-Man to go to fucking New York or some shit and meet Monica at Central Perk and try to save the world from who the fuck played Skeletor? Something Langella? Oh fuck! What the fuck was his name?
Frank Langella.
Frank Langella.
Frank
fucking
Langella.
Skeletor? Are you fucking kidding me?
Frank
Fuck off.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
Kai, what are your thoughts about the whole Skeletor and He-Man for all the commercials in the UK?
Now that That's my He-Man.
Okay, those
That's
commercials.
what you
Have you seen those commercials, guys? Those are on
Oh,
point.
yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like
Those are
when I
awesome.
first saw one, I was like, what the fuck? What is this?
So okay, we've been going on for like an hour 10 at the moment.
Yeah,
so
hour
what are
10.
our final thoughts about the Predators franchise, like as a whole?
As a whole, okay. I prefer Predator when he's more over here, as opposed to want some candy. That's all I gotta say about that.
Understood. Understood.
Yo, what is up with
Remember-
that? Is it a
Remember
lore?
Predator 2 before Predator kills before he kills Bill Paxton, he asks him if he wants some candy. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you don't.
No, I mean like, dude, like, maybe the Predator said that after he mimicked the kid was like, trying to reel him in because he's a hunter, he's a universal
What reel him
hunter, so
in? He was
can
shooting him
catch
through a
the-
subway. It was just them. He was right in front of him after he emptied like 5 clips, and then now that you're down on the ground, I'm gonna lure you in. Shut the fuck up.
Once I think once some candy would be like that's the only audio reel that they have from the whole fucking on being on set. It's like what?
Want some
That's
candy?
all?
Want some candy is what the Predator-phile should be saying.
I know. So Predator 2, want some candy could be the Predator is a pedophile. I don't know, man. Like
But, yeah, other people. Final thoughts.
Predator-phile. Nick, you go.
Final thoughts.
I mean, I love the whole franchise in itself. Like, I love how vastly different each film is. And it's not like trying to follow one huge storyline. It's just taking the Predator and putting him into different situations.
Yeah,
And that's
now.
I love that. And it's like you can do whatever you want just as long as you have the Predator in this film. That's it. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Nick, you are actually kind of right because if you get into the Predator extended universe, all they are just myths and laws from each Predator hunt. Like Predator 1, okay, the jungle thing, so that is actually a story to be told. And Predator 2, concrete jungle, urban jungle, that's another story to be told. So the Predator universe, the Predator extended universe doesn't actually have anything correlating from one to another except for their omnibus and their long novels and the big novels and stuff like that. But I think that is what's unique about the Predator, that it shouldn't be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. Like nothing should be correlated.
Yeah,
it
should
can
be like
actually
Predator in
literally
Africa.
happen anywhere. Yeah. There's one comic book.
Predator in
yeah.
Indonesia fighting Eco UIs.
Ooh,
Right.
ooh. I would
Or
buy that. I would
Predator-
fucking buy that.
Predator come to Malaysia during MCO. Don't know what the fuck to do.
He's like, man, they're
I
wearing
see
masks
cops.
too.
I see cops. They are nothing like Murdoch or Barton. And then at the end, Predator just do TikTok. But yeah, I think that's what's unique about this Predator franchise because it's a story that can happen anywhere. Okay, the end of Predator 2 where the elder Predator throws a flintlock pistol to Hardigan.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and he's like-
in Predator 2 is 1990. In 1996, somebody actually picked up on that small particular detail and came up with a comic book called Predator 1718.
Oh wow.
It's the origin
Ooh.
story of that elder having how he came to possession of having that pistol. Hey, Predator in East Coast of Malaysia. You want some candy? Get in the van. Allah, cakap, bro.
Ah, Prakash!
Cakap. No, Predator in Malaysia, they lumah gula-gula ka.
Can you imagine Predator in Malaysia and instead of like ugly motherfucker, he's like, or get over here, he's like, oi Kimak. Oi Kimak. Mari sini Kimak.
Masuk dalam van Pukimak. Wait, kota hati batu ke? Suddenly somehow the Predator will be like, but there's more vocabulary in his Batu nature than English. but yeah, so the I'll just give you an overview of that story of the flintlock pistol was. It's called Predator 1718. If you guys can search for it, read it. It's graphically, it's quite good. It's actually about this pirate called Andolini, where the elder Predator had just made a visit alone into Earth. And okay, that's scary. Gula gula ka.
What was the year?
Gula,
17
man.
what? 17 what?
1718. Predator 1718 is a comic book. So it's a story about this pirate who apparently his crew mutiny against him.
Uh-huh.
And instead of the Predator fighting them, the Predator joins Andolini, who is the captain of the yes. Yeah.
Ooh.
Pirate.
Ooh.
So
The
just
pirates
imagine
just
Pirates of the
bastards, and then-
Caribbean with Predator in it. Yeah. And so the extended universe is vastly much more interesting because again, it's stories picked from places, and there's like Predator Viking, Predator the Knight Templars, and so on and so forth.
Whoa.
And yeah, so see, my issue with the whole Predator cinematic franchise, the film franchise, is you have a lot of good reference or even good books. There are novels being written on the Predator universe. There's comic books, good comic books done.
What?
Yeah, just
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Wow.
That's true.
Predator versus Judgment Dredd.
Nice. Very nice. And of
Very
course,
good.
Judge Dredd just like, I will fight you bare chested, motherfucker.
Oh.
Was that Arnold underneath Dredd's helmet?
This looks pretty badass, actually. I want to read it. Holy shit.
So
Yeah, I
yes,
might find that.
I think whoever hasn't seen any of the Predator films,
Oh,
which
come
of the Predator films would you recommend to watch them first?
Predator 1. Predator 1.
One.
Gotta watch the first one.
You have to start. To me, you have to start with the first one because this is a franchise that is from a movie that gave birth to an extended universe. So before
Like to
even
me, it's more because it's like the POV of the guy. So you discover the Predator as they discover it. Whereas if you jump in with the other movies, it's like, whoa, what the fuck's going on?
actually, that is really cool, which I didn't know about the Predator universe. What you didn't know about the Predator universe?
Predator 1718, I think.
Oh, just right. Actually,
Like
just
all the
right.
different Predators, all the different Predators.
It
No,
has
it
to
has
be
to
be Stallone, it's
Stallone.
Dredd. Oh, yes.
I am the Lord.
Stallone versus. Hey, Stallone versus Predator is Rocky what 7, 8, 9 or Creed 3? In the works, he's coming because 2020, coronavirus, so the movie might push forward to 2022.
Oh,
It's coming.
Eric, we asked this general question to all: Prometheus/Predator crossover or Predators versus the Engineers worth the pondering?
There are Predator and Engineer cross. It's not crossover in the Predator and Alien universe. There are the backstories where the Predators went out to search for the Engineers. There is in the extended universe. There is. They actually face the Engineers.
Ooh.
I can't remember what is it because if you wanna know if you want to get into that, you should actually read Alien vs Predator Prey. It's a novel where
Not to be
the main
confused with
character-
Alien versus Predator Prey Love.
Alien vs Predator Eat Trailer. I want to watch Julia Roberts with a Predator. That could be.
Hold on,
You know what? You can throw Richard Gere and call it Pretty Woman 2.
I'm actually curious because, like, whilst we were all saying Predator 1 should be the first movie you watch, Amelia, you had a look like maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you know what? Like I thoroughly enjoyed Predators. Yeah.
Predators.
So Adrian Brody.
Oh, the third one.
Adrian Brody.
Yes. Oh, Adrian
Yes.
Brody. Adrian Brody. Yeah, I mean, or yeah, and again,
Actually, yeah, that's kind of easy to get into as well because they
Yeah.
kind of explain it there as well.
yeah, and also actually, and again, as we've mentioned multiple times, I really enjoyed all the characters in the beginning of the Predator. Then the movie just went off to like God knows where. And I'm like, okay. But like the characters, man, like I felt for the team.
Yeah, the characters are fun. The characters in
Yeah.
in the Predator are fun.
Yeah.
It's just they're in a movie that does them no justice whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ah,
should we close it?
yeah, I think we should end up. It's like 11:20 now.
Oh, for us.
Oh,
yes.
but before one more thing before that, since we're talking about Alien versus Predator as well, McYap and Fries has done an Alien podcast. So if you'd like to hear the other side, go and listen to McYap and Fries and hear their thoughts about Alien.
Oh wow, that's kind of funny. I totally forgot. Yes, they did. They did
They did,
Aliens
they
versus
did.
Predator.
Yep.
No, but they only did the one, right? They only
They
did
did one
Aliens.
Alien, right? They
Yeah.
didn't do the whole
Ah.
franchise.
Yeah, they only did one of the Alien movies. Yeah. Prakash again with the classic comment. Can you imagine a predator eat, pray, love, and the prey part? It's a yoga ashram for predators. Now that is a movie I want to watch. Prakash, you write that movie.
I think you can pitch that to any Bollywood producers, bro. You can even be one of the predators inside there. I would watch it. I would support you. Yes, maybe not for cinemas, but in Netflix. Maybe Netflix.
And with that, Amelia,
My name is Amelia Chen.
I am Nick Dorian.
I'm Carol Mbaha.
And I am Sashmar. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, folks, for tuning
Thanks
in.
for joining us, man.
Thanks for joining,
joining
man.
us.
It's been a pleasure. Shab you.
And one last comment from Prakash before we go. Thank you for everyone for this awesome show. Thank you, Prakash.
Thank
Thank you,
you for
Yes,
everyone.
thank
tuning
you
in.
everybody
joined
for
us.
tuning in today, man.
And if you'd like to join us, we'll be back again next week with something really interesting. Until then, keep geeking out, yo.
A lot of mercy.
Out. Get to the chopper.